that Levant region over there. This is what's culminating right now in all these these moves that these big cats are making. And this is a big move, man. It's like $1 trillion move. $1 trillion with a T. So yeah, this unbelievable intelligence is going to come in the form of surveillance. You got your Googles, your DeepMind, your Palantirs, your AIs. All of that's going to come together to, again, put more squeeze on the people, man. What do you say? Equivalent to 5 CIAs. Hey, CIA, man, hey, if they were the people, you wouldn't need no CIA. All right? If they were truly the people, you wouldn't need no CIA. So let me go ahead and grab let's grab Jeremiah 49 and verse verse 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. Okay, so So the least of the flock is referring to Amalek. We already established that the Amalekites are the head tribe of Esau, Edom, but they're the smallest tribe. Okay, so they're the least of the flock of Esau. They're the smallest tribe, one of the smallest tribes, period, and one of the smallest tribe. I think the smallest tribe of Esau, Edom. All right, it says. So it says, draw them out. Draw them out for what? Draw them out for war. When you go to Joel, the 3rd chapter, and the 9th verse. Give me a second here. All right, it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. All right, beat your plowshares into swords. That's investing in military technology, in the military period. And that's what's going on right now. They're beating all their plowshares, and this is it was aid. Now we're going to turn this into a military partnership. Okay? So beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right, so letting the weak say, I am strong, that's talking about, so this is kind of twofold, It's really talking about everybody in the world, all these players in the world. Everybody's beating their plowshares and the swords. Everybody's investing in weapons. Because why? Because they can smell war in the future, in the air. Okay? All right, let me go to, let's grab, because it goes without saying, the reason why all of this is happening is because they ultimately, the wicked knoweth that they have but a short time to produce that NWO, that New World Order, written of in the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter and the 12th verse. He knoweth that he has a short time, and you see the writing on the wall, and he has to make that leap to try to sit in the seat of the Most High, man. And as it says in Ezekiel, the 28th chapter, 2nd verse, we'll grab that soon, but I'm going to grab this, Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So, yeah, the earth is given. So the Lord gave this devil, he's in his blessing right now, as it's written in the book of Genesis. That's 25th chapter, how Esau was blessed with the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, man, and he would live by his sword. Sword meaning violence. Okay. So let's go to Ezekiel. All right, so that's what we're seeing right now, man. More sword development. Okay, beat your plowshares into swords. Beat your plowshares into swords, man. It's like an arms race. It's like everybody's, but by way of data. Everybody's rushing for data. Everybody's rushing for these chips. Everybody's rushing to become, basically the guy with the remote control in their hands, man. Who's going to ultimately control the button that controls everything, because everything's going digital, right? And everything that's digital is under some kind of button, on or off, So you got China racing for the button. You got Russia racing for the button. Of course, you got America, Babylon the Great. Now they're coupling with Israel militarily, racing for that button. We already know that they was already in bed together. But this is just solidifying that relationship even more by way of the sword. But Ezekiel 28:2 says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, God, Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. I am God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. Seas are the people. Yet thou art a man and not God. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of God. See? That's what this devil does, man. He's setting his mind. He's trying to be God. But he's going to be found out that he's just a man. You're just a man, Esau. You're just a man. And the Lord gave you your power. Again, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked elite bankers. All right. Most of those guys are small hatters. Rothschilds, Gettys, DuPonts, Bilderbergs, so forth and so on. All right. But right now, hey, we're seeing them going for the gusto. They're trying to merge that whore, Babylon the Great, with that bastard. All right, and there's a bastard, man. Zechariah 9:6, man. A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Ashdod being a city in Israel. I think it's just north of the Gaza Strip. Okay, and when you go to, let's grab that. Because I think I had, yeah. But I want to get give me a second here. I'm going to grab the script of the Zechariah 9:6, and the bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. Okay? So, hey, man, this devil's pride is all the way up through there, man. All right, and it's causing a lot of division too, man. Especially in this in America. Right, when you go to that word bastard, it's mamzer, and it says bastard, child of incest, illegitimate child. Now I looked up that word illegitimate, and it was pretty significant, the definition that I received. From the New Oxford American Dictionary, it says, not authorized by the law, not in accordance with accepted standards or rules. Right. So those people aren't supposed to be over there in that land by law. That land belongs to Jacob. You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those scattered throughout the world, they may look like the other nations. It's not a brown or black thing. All right. And so there's a bastard over there, illegitimate child over there right now, acting as the people. All right. As we say, the greatest form of identity theft in the whole history of the world. So, yeah, get ready for more surveillance ramping up in this place. The Google and all that stuff, all that shit is all in bed with this devil, man. All right, I'm gonna end off with this real quick, because I mentioned that this place is divided. It's just gonna cause more division, man. A lot of people they're gonna start picking sides, man. Soon, you can see that. The scriptures speak about this being this place having two horns like a lamb, but speaking as a dragon. Those two horns talking about the bipartisan system through the Democrats and the Republicans. In ancient Rome, they had the plebeians and the patricians. That's another way of knowing that this is ancient Rome. All revived again. That deadly wound that was healed. All right, Mark chapter 3 and verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? This is Yahushua speaking. All right. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. So get ready for some more and more division caused by this, these collaborations, this pressure on the people, and on this project that we call, America, which is Babylon the Great, according to the Bible, that whore. And, so anyways, Lord willing, that was edifying. The merging of a whore and a bastard. That sounds gross, right, man? That sounds just... but that's what happens at the pinnacle of this, the Lord's movie that we're in, man. Esau is the end of the world. His world is coming down. 2nd Ezra 69, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Chakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect.